Now, just looking at the anointing, James 5:14, yeah, to be used for the recovery of the sick. Now, I know you're in the family, and you've been playing I don't know. And you call the pastor and say, well, I have the gonorrhea and I'd like you to pray for me. Because somebody said, well, we don't get any illnesses. There's no possible way that your dog's been spreading some sort of venereal disease that's causing a type of hallucination in those in the police department. It's kind of like thinking that I'm the individual on February 9th that was in Sequim, Washington at 11 p.m. committing a crime, right? So you arrest me for the probable cause. Now, a lot of those that are in law enforcement that happen to be come to find out, they probably want to know, do I have a venereal disease? They would all say, no, I don't. Complete denial of their hallucinations, their psychosis. Now, I know that James is in this someplace, but it might be after Hebrews. John, I think there's missing a tab on this. Because I'm looking, see, it has these little tabs. Yeah. And I know, you're a police officer. To suggest that the police have venereal diseases because they always have to come to money. Exactly. A condom does not prevent venereal diseases. It prevents conception of children. You won't get the woman pregnant, but you still get the disease. I know. James 5:14. Now, gold take. Remember, the prophets have spoken in the name. James 5:14. Yes. Is any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the church and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayer of faith shall save the venereal diseases of those in the family that have to come to money. And the Lord shall raise him up. And if he had committed sins, they shall be forgiven him. Confess your faults one to another and pray for another, that ye may be healed. The effectual, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Now, I haven't prayed a lot in the last 5 or 6 years. I didn't want you knowing what I was praying. But the nice thing that I can say is I have not used my genitals to come to find out anything. And that means I don't have any venereal diseases. Now, for every idiot in law enforcement that thought, no, I'm going to use my genitals as a communication system, what you did was you actually used your penis to get venereal diseases that you've been spreading to all of those that you've been having sex with. A great way to make that money. Now, I would confess my faults one to another. Let's say I was in a group of individuals. I haven't had sex in 7.5 years, going on 8, because my sons were abducted from Guam. And somebody decided to use forgery and fraud to accomplish their kidnapping. Now, let's say I found out. I'm in a group of individuals, and I'm like, well, I don't have any venereal diseases. I haven't had sex in 7 years and 8 months. And they're all like, well, let's come to find out exactly what we're doing today. And I'm like, I don't think so. As a woman in a prayer meeting, I would look at you and I'd say, there is no possible way I would have sex with you considering what's been in there. Now, this confessing our faults one to another, it's a venereal disease meeting. You go to the local clinic, the hospital, or the free clinic, and you're like, well, I have some sort of warts on my penis, and I don't know how they got there. You know how the family does it. It must have been an accident. See, there's no way you could get some sort of herpes from the mouth of an individual. They couldn't give you warts on your actual penis. It must have been something that you did to yourself. It's a prayer meeting for those that have veneer.